Hey, Louisville. We're here with Louisville Kings Corners, guys, and I'm so excited for next season, but I'm even more excited for this podcast.
This episode is brought to you by a true Louisville original, Derby City Pizza.
You know their pizza chains and then their hometown staples. Since Larry Davis started slinging pies back in 1991, Derby City Pizza has been about one thing, treating you like family.
Whether you're hitting up the spot in PRP, hanging out in Fairdale, or grabbing a bite in the Highlands, or any of their other locations, you get that same neighborhood joint feel. It's a perfect spot to catch a game, play some cornhole, or just feed the whole crew without breaking the bank.
If you want food that tastes like Louisville, go where the locals go. Visit DerbyCityPizza.com to find the nearest location. At Derby City Pizza, every pizza is a winner. They also have an $8.49 lunch special every day till 2 p.m.
What's up, Kings Nation? It's the Louisville Kings Corner here. I'm Justin Montgomery. It's my co-host, Herbert Hilton. Take the guy in the back, Tyler Logston. We got a huge guest today. I don't know how we pulled this off.
Shout out Mike at Todd's Bar, man.
Todd's Bar, Coda's Beer in Louisville, man.
Yeah, we got a lot of love on TikTok off that.
Yeah, we did, man. It was
we appreciate
12,000 views, man.
Almost 13,000.
For crapping on a local establishment. It's insane, but
yeah. Wouldn't be us.
You want to say who we're having on? Sure, they can tell by the title.
I mean, they also watched the intro.
All right, man, we got Mayor Greenberg coming in here. Like he said, Taj, the ownership.
Clutch, man.
Clutch, bro.
Great guys. Thank you so much.
Somehow they got Mayor Greenberg to yes this whole thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to go pretty well.
I'm hyped. Let's get it.
What's some things you're excited for to, like, ask him? I mean, I'm asking about the OVW, bro. That's all I know, dude.
I'm interested to see his ties into the team or how he got the team to come to Louisville.
Logston, you got anything?
What are you excited
for the mayor?
I was just excited to see how he, pulled this all together. If he actually had any part in getting the Kings to Louisville, or if
I just said that.
Yeah, he did.
All right. Well, that's all. That's all I really care.
That's why he has a word limit.
Yep.
Yeah. All right,
You got about 200 characters left.
And we're counting spaces too, by the way.
All right.
Punctuation, all right. Is that a period or a Oh, man. Our sponsors.
Shout out Sugar Spell, Derby City Pizza.
TK Athletics, Wardrip Plumbing. Hey, check this out, man. New flag, courtesy of Herbert right here.
Shout out my wallet, man. Now welcome, Mayor Greenberg.
If you're a baseball player with dreams of playing at the next level, you know that talent isn't enough. You need the right guidance to unlock your full potential. This is exactly what TK Athletic brings.
This isn't about just reps, it's about results. TK Athletics has successfully trained over 125 athletes who have gone to play at the collegiate level. They understand that two athletes are the same. That's why their motto is simple.
Where excellence and individuality meet. So stop guessing your training and start preparing for your future. To learn more, give Tabor Kingsman a direct call at 502-500-3282.
All right, welcome, Kings Nation. We got Mayor Greenberg today.
How are y'all?
Great.
Awesome, dude. We're very excited to have you on. We really appreciate you and showing time for us.
Well, I'm really excited about the Kings coming to town, so I wanted to come and have a chat with you today and anything I can do to support a successful first of many seasons for the Louisville Kings here in Louisville.
Yes, sir. That's what we want to keep them in town. So we're trying to boost those ticket sales for the team and stuff like that.
So Mayor Greenberg, we know that you're from Staten Island, New York. If you want to talk about growing up in that area,
not quite Staten Island.
Long Island.
not quite Staten Island. But I am from New York. I was born there, but I was really raised in Louisville. So
Okay.
second grade was my first grade in Louisville. I grew up here, went away to college and law school, and then I've been back ever since with my amazing wife Rachel, where we've raised two great boys. And Louisville's definitely home, notwithstanding where I was born. I've always wanted to come back home. I've loved this city, and I have the great opportunity to have my dream job as mayor right now. Ever since middle school, I've always wanted to be mayor of Louisville. So it's wonderful. It's the most challenging thing I've ever done, but it's also incredibly rewarding.
I guess I'll go ahead and ask you the Louisville old question is, where'd you go to high school?
I went to Ballard High School. Great question. And I was not a football player.
Okay.
Yes, I definitely was not. Athleticism was not in my genes. It came late when I got into running in law school, but I was never an athlete growing up.
So I know we did a little research about you, and could you like touch on like what it was like whenever you're in Louisville and you got like went to college at Harvard? Like, what was that like?
You know, it's just like, for me, it was normal. I mean,
Yeah.
I went to college at University of Michigan, although let me be very clear, I'm a Cards fan. But I did go to school in Michigan, and we had I was a freshman at Michigan the same year as the Fab Five.
Ooh.
So we had some really good basketball in addition to Desmond Howard being there on the football when I was there. So we had great sports, great hockey team as well. So I definitely still follow Michigan sports. But I'm definitely a Cards fan. And then, you know, I went to law school and had the opportunity to go to Harvard and went there and met some great people and learned a lot. But no, I knew I always wanted to come home.
Yeah.
I always wanted to come back to Louisville, and being involved in public service is a great opportunity.
Yeah, we were all three of us actually in the military, and we've been a lot of places.
Thank you for your service.
Appreciate that. And
Kentucky National Guard.
yeah, we're guardsmen.
Great.
But like I always tell my wife too, like I've been to all these different cities, states, but there's nothing like Louisville, Kentucky. It's the best place on earth.
It's a great place. I used to travel a lot before I was mayor. I've been to a lot of cities, and they're fun places to visit, but nowhere else I'd rather call home.
So we're gonna go to the Kings now. What role did you play on getting the UFL team to Louisville, if you had a part in that?
Well, I think there were some, you know, indirect things that we set the groundwork to make this successful. And then certainly, of course, supporting John Neese and the ownership group of Lou City, who with the stadium, and making sure that they knew I fully supported it so that when the opportunity was ready, they could pounce as they did. But continuing to support Louisville Tourism and Louisville Sports Commission. Louisville, there's no better place on this earth to have special sporting events than Louisville, Kentucky. We have 151 years of practice with the Kentucky Derby. Mm-hmm. And what we do, not just for the Derby, just think about it. I mean, that's like having multiple Super Bowls in a row every day. When you think about now that entire week with 5-0 Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, then Oaks Day, and then, of course, the Derby, particularly Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's literally like Super Bowl, back to back to back. And it was all preceded by 3 weeks of the Derby Festival and all the great events that we have there. And so we have great practice. And so then when we have the opportunities to do things like host the PGA Championship, host the ISCO Championship, to bring the NCAA Volleyball Championship and set records as we did, a UFC Fight Night, list goes on and on and on of these great sporting events. This is a great place to have sports. And so I just want everyone in the sporting world, people like Mike Repole and others, to know that if they're expanding, if they're looking for a place to have a special event or to bring a new league, Louisville's the place to be. And I think so I'm thrilled with how this worked out, and I'm really excited for our first season.
Awesome.
What would you say is next? I would say, a minor league hockey team would be outstanding. But
so I think there are a few things. One, I think you're going to continue to see large national and international events in the sporting world come to Louisville. So stay tuned for early 2026 for a wonderful announcement in that broad category. But then also when it comes to new leagues like the UFL that are here, there are some great new professional women's volleyball leagues, and there'd be no better city in America to have another team than in Louisville. You look at what U of L and UK are doing in the volleyball world. You look at the women's volleyball with high school and middle school students here in Louisville. There is this great volleyball-rich tradition that we would crush it with a professional women's volleyball team here. And so we're working on some things to try to recruit one of them to Louisville right now. That would probably, I'd say, be next. In terms of ice hockey, yeah, I agree. We'd be great for that. Our challenge is, where do they play? And so we've actually been doing a study that the Louisville Sports Commission has been leading up to look at whether there's an opportunity to bring some sheets of ice here. Do we need a new, smaller arena than the Yum Center? Originally, the Yum Center was planned to be able to produce ice, but that was removed. It would be way too expensive to retrofit that with the way it's built right now. So we would need to build a new purpose-built arena, in the 6,000 to 7,000 person capacity range that could support an ice hockey team, do other concerts and shows smaller than the Yum Center. But then we'd also have other sheets of ice there too, because ice hockey could grow here. And the U of L has a great club team that's growing. There's a lot of ice skating that's going around as well. So those are several things that we're looking at, and then areas of special events.
All right, what this team can mean to the city, having a professional football team back in Louisville. We had previous USFL team way back in the 80s, I believe. But what would that mean to the city, too?
Oh, it means a lot. I mean, you all saw the positive reaction that we got when this was announced. People are really excited about this. And so I think it's going to be very successful. I think it's just another piece added to the momentum. It's a great time of year here in Louisville. There's a lot of excitement after the winter, and people have been indoors. A great opportunity to get outside. People love football. Just look at the popularity of the NFL. And I'm hopeful, based on some things that the team and the league have said, is the opportunity to get some local talent. And there's great local talent that played at U of L, that played at UK, that are still working to get in the NFL. It'd be wonderful to see some hometown favorites here. Just look at every summer. Of course, I'm drawing a blank on the $1 million challenge, the TBT tournament.
Oh, yeah.
When U of L and UK teams, they've got local folks. People were flocking to Freedom Hall to go watch them play. Yeah. And here, it's only 5 games that are going to be home games, and so I think it's going to be great for the city.
Do you have any? You're a big, University of Louisville fan. Do you have any guys that you would think you would like to see on the UFL's Louisville Kings?
I'd love to see Josh Minkins, who's a great guy. He was on the Patriots. He's not on the Patriots anymore. That's one person who comes to mind who I'd love to see on the team.
So with Mike Repole having 11 horses in the Kentucky Derby and never won, which sucks for him, but did y'all have any prior knowledge of each other or meeting each other or a friendship or anything like that before the UFL?
Well, Mike and I had met once before. We met in the paddock area of Churchill Downs during Derby weekend when he had a horse that was running. But we didn't know each other beyond that one meeting. We have friends in common, but I really got a chance to spend some time with him before the announcement was made with the Kings. He's a wonderful guy. I love how it all worked out, that he thought to consider Louisville for this opportunity, and I think he's going to be pleased with what he sees here.
Let's talk about the moment when a plumbing disaster strikes. It's stressful, but finding a reliable plumber shouldn't be. That's why we're happy to be sponsored by Wardrip Plumbing. Rick Wardrip, the owner and the certified master plumber, has been keeping Louisville running smoothly since 2000. He's fully insured and built his business on a simple promise. He returns calls, he does the job right, and he does it at a fair price. They handle everything, from tough drain stoppage and simple repairs to massive remodels and new construction projects for the best residential and commercial businesses. So stop wasting your time with unreliable companies. Call Wardrip Plumbing for a peace of mind. You can reach Rick directly at 502-817-1868 and tell him you heard about him on the Louisville Kings Podcast. Wardrip Plumbing, quality work for a fair price.
How do you think sports drive Louisville in a sense of, we've already kind of talked about the Kentucky Derby and the, University of Louisville, but Lou City, how they have these fans come to the stadium every single night they play, and it's just crazy environment.
We're definitely a sports town. I mean, you see it 100%. With U of L for sure. You also see people who are UK fans and their fanaticism and their commitment to University of Kentucky sports. You see it with the success of Matt Jones and his KSR radio and online presence. And then you definitely see it with Lou City, which I'm really excited about them. It was a bummer for both teams. It was a bummer how Racing lost this year in PKs at the end of their first postseason run. But that was great that they made the postseason, and each year they're building, and that league is getting stronger. And then Lou City, they've been just crushing it, and I know they were disappointed how this season ended as well. But that's going to be a really interesting league to follow with going to relegation in the next year or two. What I want to help them do is get even more corporate sponsorships and get more people to attend the games to just continue building that fan base. It's a wonderful organization, great leaders there, great ownership group with John Neese and the crew, James O'Connell and the whole crew. They're wonderful people, as well as the coaching staff, the players I've gotten to know. And so anything I can do to help them grow, I'm going to continue to do that. And we're now getting ready to start some development around Lynn Family Stadium. So we're really close to starting construction on some new apartments that are going to be built, along with some restaurants and retail and bar there. And I think that as more things get built around the stadium, that's going to bring even more people to watch the Lou City, the racing games, as well as Louisville Kings games.
Speaking of Lou City, I don't know if you have knowledge of this, but do you think there's ever a point in time where they would become like an MLS team?
I think what's going to happen is that the USL is going to be a competitor to MLS. Okay. Because now they're taking, relegation in Europe is basically how the teams, we don't have anything like it in America, but it's very common in the rest of the world for soccer. What that means is every year, what league the teams play in can change. And so if you're at the bottom of the NBA, for example, or let's take NFL and UFL, if you went 1-17 in the NFL, you would be relegated down to the UFL, and the champion of the UFL would move up to the NFL. Oh, okay. And so that's called relegation, and that's, again, very common in Europe and the other main soccer leagues around the world. They're going to start doing that at the USL. And so there's an opportunity. They're really just going to take MLS head on right now. Where that leads, I don't know, but they're not playing second fiddle to anybody.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Do you yourself, do y'all have season tickets for the Louisville Kings yet, or do you plan on making any appearances to those games? I'm sure you do.
I will definitely. Right. Rachel and I are really excited to make some appearances there. Yes, we don't have season tickets yet, but definitely we'll be there. We'll definitely be doing everything we can to support the team. I know that they've mentioned they want to get involved in some community activities as well. And want to talk to Steve and others about what some good fits there might be to where they can give back, and also where the community can see what this team is doing, and even more reasons to show up and support them on game day.
So I think a great way for them to get within the community, the Kentucky Colonels. They had I feel like they should get in with the Kentucky Colonels. They have these meetings. They do things throughout the month to help our community. And if you got players within the Colonels, that would look good for the Colonels, that would look good for the Kings, and that would also look good for the UFL.
And the Colonels are spread all the way through Kentucky, so
correct, yes.
Right,
it wouldn't just reach Louisville citizens, it would reach statewide. So
that's right. No, they do great work.
You brought up KSR earlier, and I had to ask.
He's been dying to ask you this.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, so me myself, I'm a big wrestling fan.
Okay,
I just had to ask, how whenever you bought, because now you're a minority owner.
That's
of
right.
The OVW. And what was that like, buying them? What made you want to get into that? And, how did it all kind of?
So I grew up as a huge professional wrestling fan. I grew up with my dad taking me to Louisville Gardens on Tuesday nights when it was Jerry Lawler and others from the Memphis territory.
He knows all
that's what I did. And then my boys, I would take them to some WWE events. So I've always been a fan of wrestling. And then it was during COVID. I had just left what I was doing professionally. I was CEO of 21C Museum Hotels. I just left. I knew I was going to run for mayor, but it was COVID. It was on quarantine. I hadn't really gotten the campaign up and going yet. And I guess I was out of things to stream on Netflix. And so I was just flicking through the guide, and I came across OVW, which I had heard of, but really wasn't that familiar with. And I was watching it, and the wrestlers were fantastic, but I thought it could use a little improvement in the production quality and the marketing of it, and really help raise the profile. So I've been friends with Matt Jones for a while, and so I reached out to Matt because I knew he loved professional wrestling too, and I think he is the greatest marketer I've ever met, and I think that his audience and how to market to professional wrestling crowds, he would have a great sense for. And so I reached out to him out of the blue. I'm like, Matt, I got this crazy idea. You want to buy OVW? He's like, is it for sale? I said, I have no clue. And but it turned out after we figured out who owned OVW that I actually knew a couple of there were 4 owners at the time. I knew 2 of them. And so we ended up having a great relationship. And the reason we bought it is we thought, there was a lot that Matt could help with. We certainly weren't going to start being the person behind the wrestling matches and aging the matches or writing all the storylines, but Matt got involved in some of that. But we did think what we needed was a docuseries to bring it to the next level, to behind the scenes, showing the real life of the wrestlers' lives. And so we had this idea of Like a Last Chance U, or Like a Cheer, but for wrestling. Yeah. And I literally knew one person in Hollywood who I grew up with here in Louisville, and she and her team liked it so much, they took the project on, and they ended up connecting us with Greg Whiteley that did Cheer and Last Chance U. Oh, and so he's the one who did Wrestlers. It was a great show. And, I'm really most excited about that because the opportunities it gave to some of the other wrestlers. Folks like Haley J has tremendous opportunities. Cash Flow is now a regular actor on Tulsa King. Yep. He literally got a call from Sylvester Stallone one day after Wrestlers came out. He thought it was a prank call, with someone. He thought it was someone impersonating Sylvester Stallone, who has a very distinctive voice, and asked him if he wanted to be on season 2 of the Tulsa King, and the rest is history. And now he's great opportunities for his family. Jesse, Mr. Spectacular, has new opportunities that have come his way. He's going to be in American Gladiators and the reboot of that, and many other wrestlers as well. So, Matt and I both though have other full-time jobs, and so now we found someone from the United Kingdom who actually owns the soccer team over there in Europe, and he now is the majority owner of OVW, and I'm excited about the next chapter that he'll take it to.
It's Cash Daniels.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Oh yeah,
well, we should make a trade, right?
Yeah, we want Cash Daniels on the
Tinley
Kings.
right here. She'll run laps around the women's division over at OVW. We get Cash Daniels out there on the Louisville Kings.
He would be great.
We would love to.
So Matt's idea was that we need to have a Kentucky Heavyweight Championship belt, and he also had this idea of bringing in local celebrities as managers during the championship. Yeah. And then of course he knows Cash Daniels, so he brought Cash out, and that was a great. And I think recently he came back once again, but he would be wonderful for the Louisville Kings.
Awesome. So his whole story is he got out of college during COVID, right, and then didn't really have the opportunity to do combine and all that stuff. Which I'm glad he's being successful in the OVW, but I would love to see him play football again.
No, that would be wonderful.
That'd be awesome.
He's definitely going to be a star in WWE.
I was really bummed. I was excited to watch John Cena's final match on Saturday night. And then, unfortunately, my son is a student at Brown University, so I ended up on the phone with him all night.
Yeah, we're sorry to hear about that.
No, I understand. But, WWE is it's fun to follow still.
So I think that was probably he came to my house and we were talking about this, and we actually turned on the WWE match. I haven't watched WWE since I was probably 10 years old, and it was pretty cool to see John Cena go out one more last time.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and watch it. So
that's awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
Back on the Kings, did you have any take or anything on the colors or maybe the name or anything like that, or was it just that was kind of brought to you by Repole and the UFL? Or?
Yeah, no, the league did all that, but I thought they chose a great color scheme. I'm excited about that. And, you certainly don't want red or blue here. And Lou City and Racing certainly have the purple spectrum color covered. So it's a great color. I love green. And I thought it was, really, it was nice to hear why they named it the Kings, and particularly with Mike's connection to horse racing. So I'm excited about it and think it's great. And looks good on the merch, as I see on your crew here.
Yeah, it looks great. You want to we actually got you a few gifts for coming on. So.
Oh, speaking of merch?
Yeah. This is our merch right here.
Down in the bio. Louisville Kings.
Get the lid on there.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you very much.
And then this is from our...
Thank you.
We got you a bottle of Angel Envy. It has the Louisville Kings Corner logo on it, and we just want to appreciate you for coming on.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Oh, that looks great. Thank you very much.
This episode is sponsored by Sugar Spill Bakery, a local home-based bakery right here in Louisville, owned and operated by husband and wife Aaron and Divin Givens.
Sugar Spell's slogan is "Let's bake some magic," and it speaks to the role dessert plays when people come together. Think about a birthday cake at the center of the table, everyone gathered around, cameras out, the moment right before the candles are blown out. Or a custom dessert display at a wedding that becomes the focal point of the room, something people talk about before or even they take a bite.
Other times it's much simpler. A single treat that adds a little magic to an ordinary day, just because. They also offer catering for businesses and organizations across the city with branded displays that brings teams together and adds a little something fun to the table.
Aaron and Devin are known for their custom cakes and signature treats that are designed to feel personal and international. They even brought out a box some of their favorites today, including their exclusive spirit-infused cookies made in collaboration with True Story Whiskey, Brothers of the Leaf, and Jim Beam. Safe to say, these won't last long.
So we have these right here right now. We're going to test them out, give them a try. I got the infused with True Story finished rye with banana and white chocolate. That sounds good. What you got, T-Bird?
Just the white macadamia nut chips with smooth cream cheese drizzle. Red velvet.
Good packaging. Mine smells delicious. Okay, first bite.
That's actually very,
W.
very good.
Yeah, that is really good. You can find a Sugar Spell at pop-up markets and events around Louisville. Or if you're looking for something one of a kind, they also take custom orders for celebrations of all kinds.
With the support of Louisville, Sugar Spell's goal is to expand into a commercial kitchen space in 2026. If you want to support that journey, follow them on social media at Sugar Spell Bakery LLC to see what they're baking next, and they'll be popping up.
Big thanks to Sugar and Spice Bakery, man. Thank y'all for supporting us in the show and being part of the Louisville community. Thank you.
Now that looks awesome. It's perfect time of year.
Really good. We got a whole
Yeah,
box here
they
if
are
you wanna
good.
take any home.
Cozy cookie butter, exactly what I need to eat after I run.
Sugar Spell Bakery, LLC.
Oh, Sugar Spell Bakery.
It's
Great.
a husband and wife from, they live in the Hillview area, but they do everything out of their house.
Looks
and,
awesome.
Yeah, it's really,
really
good.
good.
If you want to pick anything out of there later on?
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sugar Spell Bakery. I'll have to check it out.
Yes, sir. Mr. Mayor, Mayor Greenberg, we appreciate you coming on. And do you have anything else for him?
No, we really appreciate it. You did us a huge favor, so thank you.
No, my pleasure. Look forward to seeing you all along with thousands of others out at the opening game for Louisville Kings.
We're juiced, man. We're very excited for the Kings. All three of us are football fans. Like I said, this is a fan-ran podcast. We are not involved with the Louisville Kings whatsoever, but we're just excited. We want to get fans excited. We want to keep this team here in Louisville, and that's really the whole basis of this podcast is to keep this going, keep the momentum going, and get
That's great. Well, thanks for what you guys did.
packed in that stadium.
Appreciate it.
Awesome. Did you have anything, Mr.?
Thank you all. Okay. No, it's great.
Sorry.
We're really falling apart here at the end. Sorry, Mr.
Kings Nation, thank y'all for tuning in, and we hope y'all enjoyed this episode, and we thank y'all
for watching.
Yep. Merch down below. You can watch this on all platforms, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and thank y'all for tuning in.